All right, you know what time it is. Once again, as usual, time to about that time. Not to self time already, motherfucking. If you don't know what now, you know. Bitch, straight into it. Let's do this motherfucking shit. Now, this video is going to be about the election between Kamala Harris and Trump. Kamala Harris got trumped, and Donald Trump won in a motherfucking landslide victory for Donald Trump and MAGA Nation. God damn, man. My vote finally mattered. It meant something, man. Jesus Christ, man. I'm so good I backed the right horse, man. Jesus. Kamala Harris lost. She got Trump. She lost badly. Not only did she lose, she lost badly. And the reason why she lost with the American people, because the thing is, she doesn't even know how to articulate herself. She can't even answer simple questions. She keeps on answering the word salads. She pontificates, speaks in platitudes whenever she's talking. She's long-winded as hell, doesn't even answer the question. She gets mad when you try to center the, whenever you try to center the conversation back to the question you asked. It's just, oh my God, man. This is not somebody that I'd want running the country. She's indecisive. It doesn't seem like she has a personality of her own. And then her only campaign that people seem to back her up on was women's rights and, the right to get an abortion and all that shit. And it's like, dude, at the moment, nobody gives a fuck about any of that shit, man. She doesn't know how to answer questions about, first of all, what people care about in the American, in 2024 is border control. And they care about the economy and inflation kicking everyone's asses, the prices of eggs going up. People can't even afford gas. People can't afford food. And you're like, do you understand? There's several people who are coming to you with, how are y'all going to fix this? And instead of answering those people's questions, you're going to bring Meg Thee Stallion up on stage to shake ass. All these famous people telling you, oh, vote for Kamala Harris. Bro, what the fuck are you going to do for these people who are starving, the people who have lost their jobs, the people who are downtrodden, the people who, you let all these fucking illegal immigrants come in, cross the fucking border, and then they're over here taking jobs from American workers, man. People out here losing their jobs, the people out here broke as hell. All the opportunities are being taken away from the minorities and shit. And the thing is, the reason why I feel like they let all those illegal immigrants in the fucking border, because they wanted to replace all of the minorities that were, because the thing is, there has been an upsurge of black men who are finally leaving the Democratic plantation, and they're deciding to vote for Donald Trump. A lot of these black men, but do you understand? Black men voted for Donald Trump at a whopping 25%. Now, see, 73% of black men voted for Kamala Harris still, which is disappointing. But the thing is, she didn't get the black vote like how she wanted to, especially with black men. More black men started voting Republican than ever, Black men are starting to turn a new leaf, man. So the thing is, despite the overwhelming majority of us vote, Democrat, I mean, it was more black men voting Republican, but it wasn't overwhelming to the point to where it actually, was 50-50. Nah, it was just like close to 25% of us voted for Trump. But the thing is, a lot of minorities were starting to turn a new leaf. The Hispanic vote, Asians, all that shit, man. And I felt like the illegal immigrants were there all in a feeble attempt to try to replace those minorities who would have voted for Donald Trump, just to offset that vote. That's probably what they're going to be used for. But anyways, illegal immigration is a big issue. The economy is fucked up. And then the thing is, people are over here talking about somehow I know for a fact women are tripping, dude, especially black women. They're over here talking about how they're going to break up with their boyfriends, break up with their husbands, divorce their husbands because you voted for Donald Trump. I'm going to the 4B movement. I'm not going to have sex with guys for 4 years because, you voted for Trump, and I hate all men, #kill all men. Like, what the fuck, man? Black women have found a way, not even black women, first of all women are kind of like, all races of women are like this, are behaving in this irrational way, but I'm focused on my own women right now. So the thing is, black women are giving black men hell about how, we lost Kamala Harris because y'all black men didn't vote for her, and y'all didn't support black women by voting for Kamala Harris. See, the thing is, man, they want to shit on us, talk crap, but the thing is, the way I look at things, man, it's like, the way I look at it, man, had Kamala Harris won the election, they still would have blamed black men, and they probably would have rubbed it in their face to say that we did it without you. See, if Kamala Harris wins, they're going to say we did it without you. But now that Kamala Harris lost, they blame us for why the fuck it is that she's not in office and why Trump won. It's like a lose-lose for the black men, Motherfuckers is over here talking about something. They're not going to sleep with men because of they're mad that Kamala Harris lost. And then the thing about that is, I just feel sorry for a lot of these. I feel sorry for a lot. First of all, I feel sorry for a lot of these male feminists and these cucks and these beta males, because the thing is, these women are getting so mad talking about we're not gonna sleep with men, we're gonna do the 4B movement and all that shit. Imagine if your girlfriend was saying that she was gonna do a 4B movement because Kamala Harris lost, and now she's not going to have sex for 4 fucking years in protest of her autonomy over her physical autonomy of her body and her choice. Even though you were her boyfriend, you supported her, you voted for Kamala Harris, and you did everything that you were supposed to do, but because of some other men decided to vote for Trump. Now she's decided she doesn't want to sleep with you. It's a stupid thing for you to try to do the 4B movement. And then the thing is, you think that you're hurting men by not sleeping with them. The only person that you're hurting is your fucking male feminist cuck-ass fucking boyfriend. You're hurting him. Because the only person that you sleep with is your boyfriend, I assume. And you're actually punishing him for something that other men did that he didn't even fucking do. That's sad. All because you're mad. Like, there are other ways that you could protest against this shit, but taking away sex from your boyfriend is horrible, man. And then being the simp-ass cuck that he is, he's probably still going to stay with you despite all that bullshit in support of your rights. Poor guy. But yeah, it's sad that it finally took an election of Trump winning for these women to finally take care of themselves and their bodies and actually have discretion of who it is the fuck that they sleep with, instead of sleeping indiscriminately and then them deciding they don't want to sleep with anyone. I mean, that's actually going to decrease the number of abortions. So they think that they're out here spiting man, but really, had they practiced shit like that in the first place, abortion wouldn't even be a thought for these thoughts. Then it's funny how bitches think that they're really doing something with that 4B movement shit. I mean, the thing is, I give it about 4 or 5 days, these bitches will be back to hopping on dick, because at the end of the day, there's always somewhere out in the ethers, there's always going to be a broke bitch out there that's down bad, that needs her bills paid. And everything that these women touch, a man has built. Buildings, infrastructures, the apartment that they live in, the TV that they're watching, the phone that they're using, even their very own business that a lot of these women use, which is the OF. Women are getting rich off OF. Even with that, how are you going to make an OF page talking about you don't need a man, but 95% of all your constituents are men? Like, make it make sense. Like, the math is not mathing. The sense is no sensing. And then the funny part about this whole thing is, they're saying that they're going 4B, and really, you're threatening that you're not going to have sex with guys because they didn't vote for Kamala. But the people that you're threatening with sex were guys who were already not having sex with women, were dudes who were fucking incels that couldn't get sex anyway. So how are you going to threaten somebody with something that you were already not going to give them fucking anyway? Like, it's a loose threat. And then if you're doing the 4B movement and you have a boyfriend, now you just gave your boyfriend carte blanche to cheat, because now it's just like, she's not having sex for 4 years anymore because of the election. And it's like, well, what the fuck what is he supposed to do? And while these dumbass bitches are over here talking about if you voted for Donald Trump, then you're voting against a woman's right to choose in my body. You're trying to take my rights away if you're voting for Donald Trump. While you sitting over here trying to fight for abortions and the right to kill your fucking babies, under Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, your other rights are being taken away. If anything, I would say that Donald Trump is more for women's rights and protecting them than Kamala Harris is, because Donald Trump is trying to protect women's restrooms. He's trying to protect women's sports. He's trying to protect women's accomplishments, women's scholarships. He's trying to protect what it means to be a woman. All this shit that you women want to talk about, fighting for my rights as a woman. But then you ask these liberals, what the fuck is a woman? They don't even fucking know. It doesn't even make sense. So much so to where you have biological women supporting men who are transgender, who want to act like women, saying that it's okay for these guys to be in women's sports. You are advocating the destruction of your own womanhood. You are volunteering to have men take away your rights right in front of you, while you're sitting over here talking about your right to an abortion, man. Y'all want to talk about a patriarchy. If anything, the real patriarchy is men who are dressed up like women trying to take over what being a woman is, trying to usurp womanhood right in front of you and cause confusion and dissension. That's the real patriarchy. And any woman, biological, who condones that shit, you are a fucking traitor to your own femininity. What a coon is to the black race is what you are to your own femininity. It's what you are to your own womanhood. What a disgrace. This is why I'm so glad when Donald Trump said, man, these women need to be protected whether they like it or not. Donald Trump is a strong proponent of taking up for women's rights, whether women like it or not, you know, because I feel like, these women, not only women should be protected, women should be cherished, women should be respected. Not only should they be protected from the dangers of the world, but a lot of these women should be protected from their own stupidity. They should be protected away from the choices that they make that are detrimental not only to themselves, but society as well. And it is a man's job to provide and protect. And my thing is, when it is my job to protect my woman, and when I'm in the midst of protecting my woman, it's not for her, it's not for the woman to like or dislike. The only thing that matters is that she's safe. I don't care about a woman's feelings when it comes to her safety. I always put a woman's safety first over her feelings, how she feels. As a matter of fact, when it comes to a woman's safety, her feelings don't matter. The only thing that matters is if she's safe, is she alive, is she doing well. How she feels is always going to come second. And any good man would always be like that. Any real man would be like that. If you're a guy who puts a woman's feelings first before her safety, then that dude is a bitch. And no woman should feel safe around a guy who puts a woman's feelings first before her safety. Like, what matters to me is your safety. Are you doing okay? Are you doing fine? How you're feeling could come later on, especially when you put your life on the line to protect women. Like, for example, it's a man's job to protect women, and it's women's job to protect children. If you're a mother who is protecting her children and you want to keep your children safe, are you going to care about how your children feel when you're trying to keep them safe? No. And it's the same thing when men are protecting women, and that's why Donald Trump said, I'm going to protect these women whether they like it or not. Because any man that truly loves a woman is going to put her safety first before how she feels. Matter of fact, fuck your feelings when it comes to your safety. Like, I'll be whatever it is that I need to be if it means that I get to keep the person that I love, which is my woman, safe. My thing is, if I have to be the villain in her life to ensure her safety, then that's what I'll be. Because I value a woman's safety over her feelings. I'd rather be that than be the good man that considers how she feels, and I end up not being able to protect her in the end. Like, that's what matters at the end of the day. It's like, it reminds me of that movie Hancock, where that female police officer broke her leg and she couldn't escape from danger, and Hancock was like, and the vehicle was about to explode, and he was over here asking her, do I have your permission to touch you? And when she said yes, he was like, oh, well, this is nothing sexual. I mean, not that I don't think that you're attractive. You're a very attractive woman. And then she's like, just get me the fuck out of here. That scene was so funny, because it's like, in that moment, it's like you were so caught up on trying to consider the woman's feelings that you weren't worried about her safety. The objective is to get the woman to safety, but you're too busy caring about how she feels. Too worried if whether or not you're going to get Me Too'd or not. And to be honest, I feel like in this day and age, this is what it has to come to when rescuing women in any capacity. This is what it has come to, because, women have demonized men with this toxic masculinity shit, talking about they'd rather choose a bear over a man and all of this shit, so much so you've demonized and made men feel like they're predators so much to where now they're skeptical in terms of what it is that they should do in terms of actually protecting or saving a woman. You're seeing the same bullshit happening with women at gyms. Over here is skimpy clothing, working out, and then they get mad when the dudes walk by the camera and they accuse the dudes of like following them or harassing them and shit like that. It's stupid. But anyways, getting back to what I was saying, I was basically saying that, a good man basically prioritizes a woman's safety over how she feels. And that's some real shit. While women sit up over here talking about toxic masculinity, there's a bunch of grown-ass men with armpit hair and fucking beards trying to dress up in fucking, women's dresses and lipstick on, trying to invade your restrooms and shit. Trying to enter your prisons and rape the women in and fucking restrooms and shit, man. This has happened before, where you have transgender people raping women in restrooms and shit, man. The fuck? Kamala Harris and her administration, she wanted to take federal government taxpayer dollars to try to fund transitions of male prisoners to try to transition into female prisoners so that they could join the women's prison, so they could get fucking raped by these goddamn trannies. Why you sitting up here talking about Trump is going to invade your rights? People are tired of this liberal woke agenda, critical race theory, shoving LGBT propaganda down children's throats, and just always this virtue signaling, PC police, pussy pandering, beta male, social justice warrior bullshit. People are tired of that shit. They're tired of the white guilt. They're tired of getting shamed. They're tired of toxic masculinity shaming, especially with black men being told that they're the straight black men are the white people of black people. People are sick of that shit. They got all these fucking crazy ass white women shaving their fucking heads. Crazy ass white women talking about some divorce your husbands and all that shit. cut off your family members, people that you're close to. They're trying to, the Democratic Party is supposed to be all about inclusivity and accepting all of these people. You accept the gays, you accept the 437 genders that aren't even real, but you don't even want to accept somebody who thinks differently than you that is a Republican. You don't want to accept that shit. You're intolerant. That's the thing. These people are all about separating families, man. Breaking up families. They're supposed to be all inclusive, but y'all want to break up families, man. Dividing families, dividing races. And they want to talk about how the Republican Party and Trump is all about division. Nah, the only people who are doing division is the liberal left. They're doing all the dividing. They're the ones trying to cut off motherfuckers who voted for Trump. Oh, let me stop talking to my mom or dad because they voted for Trump. Let me stop divorce my husband because he voted for Trump. Let me stop talking to my family because they voted for Trump. Y'all guys are the fucking ones who are fucking the divisive ones. Y'all are the ones, let me break up with my boyfriend because he voted for Trump. The hell? Your boyfriend is a good man, hardworking. He doesn't cheat on you. He's loyal. He's everything that you want. He checks off everything that you want in a man, but he just voted for Trump. And now you're breaking up with him over some stupid ass shit like this. Anybody who would break up with someone over some politics shit, you're a fucking idiot, man. Trump supporters are more tolerant than the liberal left when it comes to this politics shit, man. Why the fuck do we have to hate each other because we voted differently? Fuck is wrong with you, you dumb bitch? Yeah, but I digress. And with that said, that's pretty much all I have to say for now. But until then, I'm out. You already know what it is, man. It's the underdog motherfucking soldier. I have spoken. And once again, I approve this message. Deuces. And if you like the video, be sure to sub, give it a thumbs up, and, the whole nine. And drop a comment section and let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm out.